I am Katie Maher. I am operating out of Richmond, Kentucky. I went to college and studied math and science, and leaving college, I worked in analytical labs for several years. We had our first daughter, and I spent a few years, raising our family. After I had our second daughter, went back into work in customer service. So spent a few years with the airline industry and then in a winery, actually. It really gave me an opportunity to function in a small business in a different way than I had experienced before. But, taking my background in chemistry, customer service, and then, working with the public in a really fun, lighthearted way. We relocated to Kentucky, so I left that job in that industry with the intention to, start something of our own. I had the appetite for small business ownership. I had a great mentor in the winery with the owner there who allowed me a lot of opportunity to learn, grow, manage team, manage a business, and it really helped set me up to start ECOMAIDS. Working in a small business winery really inspired me to be able to take what I learned in business school. I learned from my mentor and the business owner at the winery to kind of put it all together and see how we can work this on our own. I knew that starting a business from scratch wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be able to, we looked at franchises in several industries, but to be able to, have a template and some guidance that we can take, our background experiences from work, education, life, to blend that all together, with an operating plan and put it into place is, what we'd really wanted to do. I think what keeps me coming in day after day is the relationships that I've built. It feels like a family. We're still a small team in a small business and have kind of built a culture of true love and connection with each other. And because of that, they care a lot about our clients. When we looked into franchising and a business that we wanted to invest in, there were a few key things that were, high on my list, and I wanted something that didn't require an intense capital investment. I wanted something that had some flexibility in location and mobility. So having a service that goes to clients rather than customers coming to you, it really aligned with what we were looking for. The non-toxic plant-based products that ECOMAIDS is committed to was really important to me because we're going to be introducing these products to people, real people that use them every day, not just, for a couple hours a week. It felt very buttoned up, very clean, very professional, and I think that has been really well received, coupled with the eco-focus in an industry that's generally served by individual folks. Sabrina was my first connection that I had the pleasure to have. She was really instrumental in giving me kind of the starting blocks to launch into the business. And last year when Rachel came out to our office, when she first came on board as our CEO and made it a point to pop in and meet the franchisees and having that genuine spirit. And, she mentioned that she's very competitive, but really it kind of bleeds out as real passion from her. I think that she has then brought in so many other components to help bring everybody together. This weekend is an example of her vision and efforts to give us an opportunity to see face to face. And it's one thing to see everybody on a Zoom board, but to have face to face connections, they're a little different and so much more meaningful, honest, and having everybody in a room together to be vulnerable, to share ideas, is great. I'm paired up with Joy now, and she is exactly the like bright, spirited person you would think would come from a person named Joy. And I think that, she provides just a positive spin on so many things. So when it feels discouraging, when it feels too hard, Joy is like peppering these, bits of, encouragement and sunshine and joy back to bringing the focus of, what's your long-term goals? How do we get there? And so it's felt like a great group of people. And I've met so many other franchisees that, I can reach out. If I'm like running into hurdles, a lot of times I can, reach out to Dawn and say, hey, this is, what I'm struggling with. And she's got several more years of experience and can offer some suggestions, or we've connected on our Facebook group, or, all the franchisees. And Melissa Homer has been this like wealth of knowledge, like the cleaning guru, has formed up so many new, just plans and path forwards to hopefully our, further success. But like all of these components have felt like there's a legitimate group of people vying for our success and trying to offer the resources that we need in order to get where we want to go. Even with all the resources in place, all the people in place, it's still a hard-fought grind. It's not easy. And I think that having real connections with real people to like keep you pushing through those hard times. I remember before we opened our doors, personal friends of ours who own a couple franchises up in Minneapolis, she sent us a note with just a couple fun things and a reminder in this note that I promise you're going to want to throw in the towel at least once in your first year. And she's in her 7th year of franchise ownership, and she's like, it's hard, but it's worth it. Like, just keep going and know that you aren't the first one that's felt like that, and you won't be the only one. But connect with your people. I want to continue that environment of learning together and learning from each other, because I will be the first one to, let my team know I'm not an expert in every area, and I won't ever claim to be. And if I don't know an answer, I will find it for you. I will have the resources to get you the support that we need to be successful. So the amount of work that you're willing to put into something is going to determine how much you're going to get out of it. What really impacts our success is the amount of effort that I put into our business, because without that, it's going to cruise along, but really success doesn't come without the work. So my plan is to be able to grow to a point where my team can move out of a daily cleaner role. I want to be able to give them leadership opportunities, trainer jobs, something that gives them upward mobility. So that's on me to be able to build up our business so that I can continue to empower our people, building a culture of just in general, positivity, opportunity. I think that there is so much that I've learned and grown as an individual, as a leader, as a mentor, that if there's nothing else to be gained from this, I've personally been forged into a stronger person. So yeah, I think that if you have the appetite to take that risk, to see what you're made out of, and understand, where your strengths are, run with it. Where your weaknesses are, figure out how to develop that or delegate that. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity to just become a better version of of what you started with.